Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. In this video, we'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about what I expect. We've been very quiet, obviously, since Friday evening. It's the weekend. It's normal, even though the volume right now has dropped down quite significantly. It's down to about 9.2 billion. I expect it to drop down a little bit further, perhaps even like 10% more, so down to 7 billion, something like that. Yesterday around this point of time it was around 14 billion, so that's kind of in contrast to what we're doing right now, but that's also visible with the volatility, right? Not a lot going on. We're waiting for some direction. So in this video I'll tell you what I expect, at least in terms of direction and movement today. We'll talk a little bit about next week, if there are some important things you should know about or not, and just in general I try to give you as much of a thorough overview of what you should expect. So that's what we'll do. But before we get into that, if you want to receive daily trading signals, last week we closed another amazing week of 8% profit in total. So in futures, that's like 600-800%. So if you want to check that out, make sure to check out the links down in the description or in the pinned comment, and there you'll find instructions on how to join. Now onto Bitcoin. So the thing is, and technically we already talked about this yesterday, but technically right now we are actually, we are bearish, but we are not as bearish as we were on Friday, since we did manage to break above this level again around 26,700, and that's actually quite an important level. It's a strong key level, so when we broke down below that, I thought it was over and we would drop down to 25,000 unless we could regain that level. And that's what we did yesterday. And apart from that, the sudden move up on Friday also came towards the end of the markets, or at least kind of the end of volatility in the markets, beginning of the weekend. So that big move up we got was despite we got some bullish moves by the dollar strength index. All right, which usually means that Bitcoin will drop down. So how I interpret this is as closing of shorts by big players, institutions, traders. And shorters were obviously in profit right here, so they sold some of their shorts right here, and I actually think that will cause us to at least have a chance to start the market off the right way and to become bullish today. Now, as most of you know, we usually get some new volatility on kind of the transition from Sunday to Monday. That could be bullish, that could be bearish. At this point of time, because of that move we got Friday at the end of the day, and because that made us reclaim this level here at 26,700, I think at least on the short term, we can actually expect some bullish momentum. So what I mean with that is a move up to like 27,400. Perhaps if we barely get any resistance from there, we can move up towards 27,800 and 28,000. I do not see us easily getting above that in the end. I mean, as I said, on the short term, we are still very bearish. So I think we'll stabilize a little bit. Let's keep it at that. However, even though I think that, and even though I got clear reasons for why I think that, there's obviously always a chance that we'll drop down, right? So it's always that Sunday to Monday volatility. It could go both ways, technically. So if for some reason in the next 24 hours we'll drop down below that 26,700 level, we will ruthlessly drop down to 25,200, which is our next support. All right, so that's still in play. However, I just do not think it's the most likely scenario anymore. And apart from that, next week we have quite a lot of big economic events. We have some Federal Reserve talks, so you can see that right here. I'm not sure how important that's going to be. I think not that important. But then apart from that, we do have some like Barr, who is pretty high up. We got a testimony by him. Perhaps that means something. Retail sales will mean something. Building permits will mean something, and initial jobless claims will mean something. So quite a lot of things we need to, and the Powell speech on Friday. So it's quite a heavy week in terms of economic events. I will keep you up to date on all of those, of course, but for now, this is my take on Bitcoin. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.